G'day, mates. That's how the boys and girls say hello in Australia. Do you know that it's called the land down under? Do you know why it's called that? Let me get out my map and I'll show you. So here's my map. And now look, there's an invisible line right here in the middle of the world. And guess what? Australia is right down here. It's under the equator. That's why they call it the land down under. Do you know that it would take us such a long time to get there? If we flew on an airplane, it would take us almost 20 hours to get there. It's over 9,000 miles away, and guess what? They're 15 hours ahead of us. So it's today here in Minnesota, but guess what? It's already tomorrow in Australia. Isn't that silly? Well, let's get out my map again, and let's see if you can remember a few things about this. Where do we live, boys and girls? Does anybody remember? Did you say Minnesota? You're right. We live in Minnesota, and it's right there. Now, what country do we live in? Can we say it all together? Are you ready? The United States of America. Good job, friends. Or should I say mates? Remember, that's what they call their friends in Australia. Now, friends, who can tell me, what is all the blue stuff on my map? Did I hear somebody say the oceans? You're right. Let's sing the song. You know how it goes. Let's make some waves, everybody. Oh, I can name the oceans, the oceans, the oceans. I can name the oceans, there are only 5. The Atlantic, the Pacific, the Indian, the Arctic, and the 5th one is the Southern, the Southern, the Southern. The 5th one is the Southern, and that makes it 5. Good job, friends. Now, let's take a look at some different things in Australia. Here's a fun little book that shows me all kinds of things. Let's see. Look at that. There's a little boy from Australia. He's got a really cute little hat. And it's winter and there's summer. And guess what? Because they are below the equator, it's the opposite time of the year. So guess what? It's winter here. It's summer in Australia. How great is that? And then when it's summer here, it's winter in Australia. Isn't that silly? Kind of cool. They have all kinds of animals that live in Australia. Do you see what these symbols are? A camel, a wombat. Have you ever heard of that? And a kangaroo. That's right. There's the kangaroo. And there's the mama kangaroo, and she has a pouch. It's like a pocket on her tummy. And that's where the baby goes. He's called a baby Joey. Do you know what this is swimming in the water? It's a platypus. Isn't that cool? It looks kind of like a beaver, but he has a flat beak, or bill it's called. Let's see what else we have here. Ooh, remember that Australia is surrounded by the ocean? This is called the Great Barrier Reef. It's like a huge fish tank. There's many, many fish in there, and it stretches all along Australia's northern coast. Look there's a diver right there. He's swimming up to some coral reef. He's going to find some giant clams. And here's some people. They're looking for coral and different things. Do you know they have to wear something on their feet because it's really scratchy? That would hurt. What does that look like? It looks like a grass tent to me. Did you know that very, very long time ago in Australia, the very first people that lived there were called Aborigines. And they lived in places like this and another area called the Outback. Isn't that a cool word? Say it with me. The Outback. It's a place that's made up of really just dirt and rocks. I don't think I'd want to live there. Would you? there's the flag for Australia. So you're going to get a new flag on your sticker this month. That's kind of fun, isn't it? Here's some boys and girls that just moved to Australia. Here's some more people. Look at this. So for Australia, they call Aussies. So here's some Aussie kids. Here's a man riding a motorcycle. Look at that. And look at those animals. There's sheep right there. Look at that cute little dog. Do you know there's lots of wild dogs in Australia and they're called dingoes? That's another funny word, isn't it? Well, they have families just like you and me. They live in homes like this. They eat dinner together and they learn about different countries around the world just like we are. Now, Aussie talk, that's the way they talk in Australia. They speak English, but it sounds kind of funny, like when I said, "G'day, mates." For Barbie, or a barbecue, they call it a Barbie. For chicken, they call it shuck. For something really sweet, like a piece of candy, they call it a lolly. Let's see what else. Mates, remember, that's called friends. And someone that's really nosy wants to know everything about everybody. They call it a nosy person or a sticky beak. I think that's kind of funny. If you think something is bonzer, that means it's fantastic. There they are, cooking at the Barbie. They love to play games, just like you and me. What do you think that is? That's right, it's a football. Guess what? They call it footy. Isn't that fun? They go surfing and swimming in the ocean and have all kinds of fun, just like you and me. Speaking of one of the games, this is kind of cool. This is called a boomerang. It's kind of like a frisbee, but when you practice and get really, really good at it, you throw it like this, and then it comes back to you. Kind of cool, huh? Let's see. Remember a couple of the animals that I told you about? Look at that guy. He's just kicking back and relaxing. That's the kangaroo. And here's a cute little guy climbing up in the tree. Do you know what that is? Anybody? That's the koala bear. Isn't he so cute? And guess what? The mama koala bear has a pouch or a pocket just like the kangaroo mama does. Let's see, what else do I have here? See, there's a little mama kangaroo, and there's the little baby Joey. Look at this interesting bird. Here's a mama and a baby. It's called a kookaburra. I'm going to share a really fun song with you. It's called "Kookaburra Sits in the Old Gum Tree." You'll get to sing that later. Oh, what's this? Does anybody know? Looks like an ostrich. It's another animal like an ostrich. It's called an emu. They live in Australia too. Here's that platypus. There's his funny flat beak. He loves to swim in the water. And there's the koala bear. So cuddly and cute. Oh, I have something else really cool. You ready for this? Okay, everybody be quiet. Ready? I want you to listen really, really well. Isn't that cool? Now close your eyes and let's do it again. Close your eyes. What did you think that sounded like? Didn't it sound like rain? Guess what? This is called an Aborigine rain stick. And the people in Australia believe that. They dance and have a festival and shake these rain sticks that it would rain. Isn't that neat? I think that's pretty cool. Do you remember those animals that were running along the roadside when that guy was riding on that motorcycle? It was a sheep, you're right. And look at this is from a sheep. It's called wool. Do you know you can make some really warm things from wool? Hats, scarves, blankets. And I'm going to show you my map one more time because I want you to remember. There's Australia. Look at all the blue stuff all around it. You remember that's the ocean, right, mates? Guess what? Something in the ocean. It's really kind of cool and kind of scary too. Are you ready? That is a jaws from a shark, a great white shark. Look at how big that is. Isn't that cool? Do you know that he's got 3 rows of teeth? So if he bites something and he breaks a tooth, another one will grow. Does that happen to you and me? No. We have our baby teeth, and then when we get a little bit older, those fall out, and then we have our grown-up teeth. So we only have 2 sets. When they lose one, they have 3 more sets. That is pretty crazy. I wouldn't want to get too close to this, right? Oh my goodness, friends. I think that's all I have for now. Well, remember to be good listeners and take turns and be nice to your mates, right? All right, we'll see you next time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.